and crumpled. Now you kind of look at them like scoundrels. What won't you do for that damn career? Listen, this is a disgusting business. That's all I'm gonna say. This business is so disgusting that I can't. I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators.
When Jay was going after B was a very young...
each other and you respect each other's music. You know, it's always that conversation, yo, we gotta do something. You know that.
Right.
You know, the time filler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that time filler turns into something real, then it's...
The picture that is becoming more and more clear is that we aren't just looking at a bunch of wealthy creeps operating with total impunity. We are looking at a massive criminal network that may be responsible for the rape and murder of hundreds of...
Just when the internet thought the drama had peaked, another wave of controversy erupted, this time pulling even more major names into the spotlight. Wendy is back in the headlines, and social media is buzzing with renewed scrutiny surrounding Jay-Z and Beyoncé after online discussions linked them to resurfaced Epstein-related documents. What started as criticism aimed at Jay-Z quickly escalated into broader speculation, with old clips, past rivalries, and long-standing rumors being dragged back into the conversation. As debates intensify and timelines are dissected in real time, one thing is clear. This story isn't fading anytime soon. As the online storm intensified, speculation quickly expanded beyond Jay-Z, with many asking whether Beyoncé could also be pulled into the controversy. When updated documents related to the Epstein case were released, social media erupted. Users began combing through every name, every timeline, and every past rumor. That's when long-standing conspiracy theories resurfaced, including claims surrounding the late Kathy White and renewed debate about Beyoncé's pregnancy with Blue Ivy. Old clips of Wendy Williams were dragged back into circulation, fueling even more online chatter. Even Beyoncé's music hasn't been spared, with listeners dissecting lyrics for hidden meanings. Whether coincidence or calculated narrative, the internet has turned this into a full-scale investigation, and the speculation shows no signs of slowing down.
Allegedly, the song Daughter on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album.
I love that one.
It's potentially a murder confession about Jay-Z's mistress, Kathy White.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no... Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties. To walk mother out! Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. You, Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo.
Oof.
I don't get no what you got in your head, that Neuralink. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have done a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. Long before the current wave of speculation, Wendy Williams had already publicly questioned Beyoncé. Back in 2011, an interview appearance sparked intense online debate after viewers claimed her baby bump appeared to shift on camera. Clip went viral, and despite her team releasing photos to push back against the rumors, skepticism only grew. Wendy addressed it head-on on her show the very next day, openly challenging the narrative and even referencing long-circulating rumors that mainstream outlets had largely avoided. At the time, it was considered bold, almost untouchable territory. Some dismissed it as tabloid noise, others saw it as a red flag. Either way, that moment became one of the most talked-about pop culture controversies of the decade.
His pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. Beyoncé is going to use a surrogate so she can maintain her body, but they're going to play it off like it's allegedly, like they gave birth.
Wendy also raised eyebrows over the highly private circumstances surrounding Blue Ivy's birth, pointing to reports that an entire hospital floor was reserved. At the time, headlines claimed the Carters paid a significant sum for added security and privacy, fueling intense online speculation about why such extraordinary measures were taken. Reporters argued it was simply about safety. Critics weren't convinced. Then came resurfaced commentary from a former associate of Jay-Z who later became publicly critical of the industry's inner circles. After their friendship ended, he began speaking more openly about power dynamics in entertainment, referencing exclusive parties and elite networks that, in his view, revealed how influence truly operates behind the scenes. His statements reignited debate and added another layer to an already explosive narrative. Whether these claims reflect fact, exaggeration, or internet-fueled rumor, the conversation has taken on a life of its own, pulling old headlines back into the spotlight and keeping speculation alive in real time.
Now, I did a Rockaware photo shoot in Colorado, and I think it was during the winter time of 06 or 07. And Naomi Campbell was there, actress Jamie King was there, Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house. And we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house, and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to have been like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking, loud music, and us dancing wild, like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyoncé. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves, but the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving.
And then there was Jaguar Wright's explosive appearance on Piers Morgan's show, an interview that instantly went viral and sparked intense backlash. During the segment, she made sweeping allegations about powerful figures in the music industry, including comments that drew sharp reactions from fans and legal observers alike. The moment ignited a firestorm online, with clips spreading rapidly and debates unfolding in real time. Supporters called her fearless. Critics warned that such claims, especially when tied to sensitive tragedies, carry serious consequences. Either way, that interview became yet another flashpoint in an already volatile conversation surrounding some of music's biggest names.
Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim?
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't.
While revisiting the past, some online conversations have resurfaced around Aaliyah's tragic death in 2001, a loss that shocked the music world. Over the years, conspiracy theories have circulated suggesting industry rivalries and behind-the-scenes competition, particularly involving major rising stars of that era. There have also been long-standing discussions about Jay-Z's reported interest in Aaliyah following her split from R. Kelly, claims that were later referenced by Dame Dash in interviews. At the same time, internet rumors have attempted to link today's biggest names to secretive industry gatherings and elite circles, allegations that have spread widely online but remain unproven. As podcasts, interviews, and old clips resurface, the speculation continues to grow. Whether rooted in fact, rivalry, or rumor, the internet has once again turned music history into an open investigation, and the debate shows no signs of cooling off.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. Like the influx of people, he had put him out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Mm-hmm. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé being 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Right. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man.
What intensified the online frenzy even further was the timing. Shortly after a controversial podcast interview began circulating, attorney Ariel Mitchell appeared in her own media interview and referenced being contacted about alleged footage involving a high-profile celebrity and Sean Diddy Combs. She did not name anyone, nor did she confirm the authenticity of any such material. However, because her comments surfaced so soon after the earlier discussion, social media users quickly began connecting dots on their own. Within hours, speculation spiraled, timelines were dissected, and theories multiplied. No direct accusations were made, yet the proximity of these interviews fueled a wave of assumptions that spread faster than facts. In today's digital climate, suggestion alone can ignite a wildfire, and once the internet starts drawing conclusions, it rarely waits for verification.
Also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible, It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped.
What he is a broke down Mandingo fighter still working on behalf of the NFL. He did that interview with the baby person who sat there and told him about when he met Beyoncé. Y'all remember that? That happened on Shay Shay. And he talked about how he was at the Diddy party at Diddy's house. And how after, the festivities were winding down and it was getting later into the middle of the night, approaching 3 a.m., Diddy got rid of almost everybody, but he let the baby stay behind with him and his close friends. And then he talked about how Beyoncé was there and Jay-Z was there. Not at their house, at Diddy's house.
Now here's where the conversation takes another dramatic turn. In the wake of renewed scrutiny and resurfaced documents, anonymous blind items began circulating online, claiming that a certain global superstar was feeling immense pressure behind the scenes. Posts alleged tension within her inner circle, whispers of burnout, and fears about losing control in an industry known for tight management and high-stakes no names were officially confirmed, and no evidence was presented. But that didn't stop social media from running wild with theories. As timelines were stitched together and cryptic quotes dissected, speculation grew louder by the hour. In today's digital age, even an anonymous post can spark a full-blown narrative, especially when it involves one of the most powerful figures in entertainment, and this is where the whispers turned into full-blown conspiracy chatter. Anonymous blind items began painting a picture of a global superstar feeling trapped. Rumors of mounting pressure, inner circle control, and quiet tension behind the scenes. Posts hinted at rebellion, at someone preparing for a major life shift, possibly even stepping away from everything they've built. Social media quickly connected these anonymous claims to commentary from YouTuber Storm Monroe, who previously speculated about potential fractures within the Carter Empire. No confirmations, no official statements, just theories stacking on top of theories. But in today's internet culture, speculation doesn't wait for proof. Builds momentum. And once a narrative like this takes hold, every canceled appearance, every overseas move, every subtle change becomes part of a much bigger story.
Why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah." Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all.
And of course, the internet has been buzzing with claims from former employees and insiders. Allegations that Beyonce holds an unusually influential position within the music industry. Whether these are exaggerations, misunderstandings, or just part of the endless speculation that follows megastars, the stories have fueled countless debates online. Fans and critics alike dissect every interview, every performance, and every move, turning whispers into trending topics that dominate the conversation.
Person. This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I loved them. I send emails, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, just all.
And of course, Wendy Williams has long been at the center of controversy, thanks to her history of insider knowledge and bold commentary. Over the years, she's shared stories and insights about some of the biggest names in entertainment, sparking debates, speculation, and viral moments. Naturally, fans online have weighed in, with some claiming she always knew more than she let on. Others have debated how much influence these stars actually have behind the scenes. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Wendy Williams' fearless reporting? Do you think she's simply exposing industry drama, or is there more to the story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to watch another video that dives even deeper into the messiest moments in entertainment.